evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Chuck and Lisa Show. I am Chuck, and this is my beautiful wife, Lisa.
Hi,
Lisa.
Hello.
How are you guys doing?
Hello.
Hi, Gersh.
Hello.
How you doing?
How am I doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing better than I deserve to be here. At least that's what it said in the North Carolina bathroom I was in last week.
I wrote it. I should know.
Yep.
How did you read that handwriting?
I do have horrid handwriting.
I had it translated. I brought a doctor, and he read it for me.
Yeah, the Chinese people probably said, we didn't write that. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to our viewers. It's good to see you guys. We'll have a little fun. Talk about anything but politics.
Yeah.
Nope. We save all the politics for when Dersh and I do our show later.
Yep.
On our show, we just have fun. There she is. Your head gonna fall off over there?
I missed my chiropractic appointment today, and my neck's killing me.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we just had some snow yesterday, so...
No, we didn't.
Well, yeah, we did.
It snowed on Saturday.
All right.
Saturday night.
Yeah, Saturday night and Sunday morning. And I felt that in my bones, but today's just cold. We're supposed to have another storm come later this week, which will be fun. Yay. So, I am Chuck Nellis, and I'm at Chuck Nellis most everywhere on the planet, on the internet. If you're looking for me...
Are you sure?
I think so. And the ones that I'm not, people often say, are you on this one? And I go, nope, not on that one. They're like, why not? I'm like, because I'm on so many others. I'm at Chuck Nellis on CloutHub, Gab, Parler, WeGo, USA.life, MeWe, Codius, and Facebook, I'm Chuck.Nellis.7, and
Tumblr.
Getter,
Tumblr.
I'm Real Chuck Nellis.
All right.
Yeah, Tumblr is no longer. They killed me.
You did.
So, I know. Well, keeping track of my where I'm at in the internet is like a game of tag anymore.
For
You know?
real. Hey, Chuck, Tumblr had a message for you. I forgot to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shut up, Chuck!
I thought you were gonna say, "Get off my site."
That too.
That too. Either one.
Definitely. Hi, Daryl. Welcome, brother. He wants to know if you got any Bigfoot comments.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Apparently not.
No, I'm frozen.
You are not.
It's cold in here.
Aim that towards you. I don't need it. I'm not cold.
Is it even on?
Yeah, it's on. It's just a tiny little heater.
I know. I used to have it in my office.
You must have a tiny little office.
No, it was bigger than this.
Yeah? I don't know. So anyway, Lisa, where can we find you on the internet and in North Carolina, my darling?
Twitter. That's it.
You're not supposed to imitate Gersh. This is actually your show. You're a bad influence, Dershie.
I'm on Twitter, Reddit, but you don't give your real name on Reddit, so nobody would know it was me.
That's hysterical.
And Facebook, but that's just family and friends. And Vintage Velma Finds on Etsy.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a store.
Is it a nice store or is it a crappy store?
Why would I have a crappy store?
I don't know. You just said, I have a store.
Well, I don't really have a store. I have a booth in a store.
Right. And where can we find your booth?
It's in Burlington.
Stop reading your email.
I'm not reading my email. I'm looking at your nose.
Okay.
It's in Burlington, North Carolina.
Yes, where would
Exit
that be?
143.
And what building is it in?
Consignment Connection.
That was
It's a
tough.
hard word.
It's like
Consignment.
pulling teeth. Alright, and Dershie.
Nobody
Are
cares.
we being Eeyore tonight, or are you talking tonight?
Nobody cares. Just move on with the show. Make some.
If you're gonna do that, you have to at least do the Eeyore imitation.
Oh
bother.
Oh bother. Nobody cares.
If you're looking for at Dersh Find him on Gab. That's where he is mostly anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
I bothered to go to Gab.
There you go. I like when you do that. It's pretty funny. I've been doing Monty Python imitations all week around the house.
That's a little sharp and loud in the ears.
Sorry. I'll talk to the Queen about it. Anyway.
They say she might be secretly dead.
If the Queen dies, the royal family is toast, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
They are toast.
Oh, yeah. No.
She is the only thing keeping that family together.
She's still alive, otherwise Andrew wouldn't have been tossed to the road.
Right.
Right?
Well, she has to be because she signed
Probably wouldn't do it.
She signed the proclamation to strip him of his rank in the military and his title.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he's not a royal at all, except for a royal pain in the ass to the Queen now.
Pretty much her entire family is, man.
Apparently,
Oh, no doubt.
some girl got in trouble for having a big birthday party during, what's his name? The Queen's husband, Prince Philip.
Yeah.
When he died and they had like a mourning period.
Yeah.
Apparently you can't have big parties during that or something.
Why?
I don't know, it's England.
Off with her head!
She got in trouble.
Off with her head! Alright, anyway, things that have happened in history on this date. That's always fun to do. Saint Mark is elected the Catholic Pope in 336. In 1535, Lima, Peru is founded by Francisco Pizarro. Isn't that pretty bizarro?
Yes.
But
Francisco Pizarro.
Uh-huh. Pizarro.
Pizarro.
Pizarro. Yeah. In 1671, Henry Morgan captures Panama. Then he was on MASH.
No, that was Harry Morgan.
No, that's right. In 1896, the first X-ray machine is demonstrated.
Yeah.
Were you there, Chuck?
I had something broken. I had
Do you
no
know
doubt.
they used to X-ray little kids' feet at the shoe store?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
To see, I don't know, because they thought it was cool, I guess.
They wanted to kill the feet.
I don't know.
Off with their feet.
Why are my feet turning black, Mommy? Well, you turn that down on the X-ray machine a bit there. In 1911, the first aircraft landing on a ship was made by Eugene Ely.
I saw that.
You were there.
Uh-huh. Well,
You're older than me, so when you're telling old jokes, you gotta remember that. Right, Liz?
The X-ray was to show the parents how the shoes fit on their kids right.
Right. Did you hear what I said, though?
No.
Oh, never mind.
It was in Washington D.C. They did that.
In 1975, we were all there for this one.
Yeah.
The Jeffersons debuts on CBS.
love that show.
I do too.
Moving on up. The first one was great. The second one was a piece of garbage.
Yeah. Oh, you mean Archie's Place?
No.
No, that was
Archie's place was garbage too. But no, Jefferson's had a second show.
Oh, with the Thelma.
Yes.
That was not good.
Horrible.
No, that was not good. Yep. Famous birthdays today. 1782, Daniel Webster. He was a classmate of mine.
Yeah.
1882, A.A. Milne was born. Speaking of Eeyore.
Eeyore's father.
You should be so proud, Durst.
Oh, bother.
1904, Cary Grant. Hello, this is Cary Grant.
He was gay too.
That's how it,
Dead now.
he was gay.
Was he?
Yep. And dead.
No, Cary Grant wasn't gay. Wasn't he married to...
Oh, no, Rock Hudson was gay, not Cary
Cary Grant was, like, married to, well, not that doesn't make him gay, but he was married to somebody.
No.
She was a big...
Audrey Hepburn? No.
Hold your seat, Lisa. 1955. Kevin Costner.
It's Kevin Costner's birthday?
Uh-huh.
He's my other husband.
Yeah.
We still haven't watched Yellowstone.
What is Blaney going to say about that? I mean, you got one of Blaney's nuts.
Yeah. Well, he's probably...
And his girlfriend's got the other.
He's probably on his mother's age, so... It is what it is.
He's got a mommy thing.
And he shaved all his hair off, so he's not as cute.
No.
Oh, I know. He looks terrible without a mustache.
He looks like a 12-year-old.
You should have that beard, because the boy can grow a beard.
The beard was okay, but the mustache, he has to have the mustache. I mean,
the porn stash?
Yeah. He just looks like he's a baby without it. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, he does.
1961, Mark Messier. He was a hockey player. He was a great player. And for some reason, they had a post thought at the end here. 1854, Thomas Watson, inventor with Alexander Graham Bell.
Right. What about him?
He was born.
Oh.
Now he's dead.
He's burned. Yep. So let's see. What do we got chatting in here? What are we chatting about? Apparently Daryl wants to hear about Big Feet and me. Think Already's here. Hey, Think Already. So, if you guys got any questions or whatnot for us, throw them out there. Let's see. First story. Bethel Park football coach cancels workout.
High school.
High school coach. Well, it didn't say high school there.
But it is a high school.
I know.
Yeah.
Assigns team to shovel snow for neighbors. This is up in Pennsylvania.
Instead of going to weightlifting class.
I think that's awesome.
That's what it was. Instead of doing weightlifting that day. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Lisa told me the story before I actually saw it in writing. And I just thought that was really cool. So the coach said, go find an elderly or disabled neighbor and shovel their driveway and don't accept any money. That's our Monday workout.
I like this coach.
That's awesome. He said this is just one of the many traditions we have kept going. So apparently they've been doing this for a while. He said shoveling workout started with the previous coach more than a decade later, but he thinks he may have been the first to tweet it.
Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think it's just cool.
The
great
other
idea.
coach probably didn't have a Twitter. Tweeter.
That's Bethel, Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
You shovel enough snow, you are going to get a good workout.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be Bethel, Pennsylvania. The guy's wearing a Steelers.
Yeah, it is. Yep, I saw that too.
I like it.
So that's really cool.
Yeah, that is. I love that those kids would do that. They should be doing it on their own.
North Carolina.
They should be doing it on their own.
See them not wearing shorts in the snow.
But
I think it winter up there.
Yeah, I think it's awesome, and I love Ben Roethlisberger is retiring from the Pittsburgh Steelers. I sent you and Jerry the story earlier.
It's a cool story. I meant to post that.
Yeah, he's going to spend his retirement working for the Kingdom of God, which I think is just fabulous.
I think it's that light.
I think it's awesome. Here, all right, there you go. Now turn yours back on, your side one. Or is that good Durst now for her?
Hold on, I got it. Because I don't have any other light shining on me. And I still look like dead.
Let's see, the $6 million, Think Already is talking about the $6 million man. That was like 74, 75, 76, I think, right?
Earlier than that. 74, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So I was 13, 14 when that started. So I remember it very well. It was a big deal then. They had toys and everything else for him. So, Gersh, how's her lighting? Is it good?
Yes, it's fun.
Oh, good. Seems like the less light, the better, we're discovering over time.
Yep.
There's not that much of a change.
No,
Maybe it's that light.
could be. Not good enough.
No, we'll figure it out.
Check this out. I came across this a couple days ago. Marijuana prevents COVID infection. A study was done. Two compounds found in cannabis prevented the SARS-CoV-2 virus from penetrating healthy cells in humans. The two compounds in hemp, cannabigerolic acid, or CBGA, that's a lot easier, or forget it, CBDA. I said it.
GA.
But the other one is called CBDA. It's called cannabidiolic.
You don't have to say it. You don't have to say
acid.
it again. It's okay.
That's getting a little chemistry-wise
Yeah.
deep. They were identified during a chemical screening effort as having potential to combat coronavirus. Researchers from Oregon State University said they bound to spike proteins found in the virus and blocked a step the pathogen uses to infect people. I thought that was pretty cool.
How big was the study? It
It
wasn't
6
on real
people.
people.
6 people. And 5 monkeys.
How many? Is that for real? Or
No.
I'm going to find the article because I didn't read the whole article. I had just seen it before that. I don't know. It doesn't go into the details of the study itself. The laboratory study was published in the Journal of Natural Products, Fortune magazine reported.
I see.
So that's the source of it.
You know what's funny, Chuck?
Yes, sir.
There's a meme going out about it. It's really funny, but it's actually true. That that alcoholics are less likely to catch COVID, and they think it's simply because the alcohol level in their
It
bloodstream.
doesn't stand a chance. Well, yeah, if you drop some stuff, that has live properties in a beer, it'll die.
No, I don't think if you put COVID virus in a beer, it's going to die. Don't even start with that crap.
I'm joking. I was just kidding.
Yeah, I know, but some people are like, well, guess what Chuck said?
Yeah, they know what I'm kidding.
I don't know.
I do a lot of kidding.
Won't it drown if you throw it in a beer?
What?
Won't the
What?
virus drown if you throw it in the beer?
There you go.
They don't have any lungs.
All right, Dersham, can you do me a favor and put up that last link I sent you that I said I was going to do third? The Rainbow Village one?
Dude, just go ahead.
84-year-old.
I'll get it. I'll get her done.
All right.
Talk about what you want to talk about.
All right, so 14 years ago in Taiwan, an 84-year-old military veteran painted an entire government village to prevent it from being torn down. Now aged 98, the painter is still there, as is the village, since it's become a famous travel stop. A series of small one-story homes, the Rainbow Village is now a park city where painted animals and human figures sit happily in every color imaginable upon a grid of rainbow boulevards. When Huang Yongfu started painting the occasional wall in the exceedingly drab Kaiheng, I'm guessing this is Hong Kong. He originally just to relieve the boredom. He learned that the ghost town he and his wife lived in was to be leveled. So he got painting. So in 2010...
Wait.
What?
Why did he paint everything if they were going to level it?
So they wouldn't paint it, so it would become a tourist spot.
Okay.
Interesting.
I don't think that would work in the U.S.
Not
but
very
no,
well, but
it
it worked
wouldn't.
there.
It wouldn't. They'd go, hey, look at these pretty rocks that we created.
Right. So apparently in 2010, professors and students from Ling Tong and Hong Kong universities chanced upon the paintings and were struck by their cute and expressive nature. So, if you see the pictures that Darsh posted, it's a very colorful, very prettied up little village, and it reminds me very much. Are you looking at the pictures up there?
Ah.
See why it reminds me of that lady's place?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. Now tell the story about the
I
lady.
see Hello Kitty.
The lady that we met.
There was this woman. She used to work near Myrtle Beach. Hold on. And she worked in one of the Calabash restaurants for a long time. I think they were really, really poor. We talked about this before.
I know.
When,
it seems a good time to remind you because it was a good story.
She worked in one of the restaurants, and then I think her husband died or something. No, I don't know.
Right, her husband died. But
one of 10 children, and then all of a sudden, one year. Hold on. Okay, so one morning in the summer of 1996, God told Mary to go out in her front yard to build a village for $600 she had collected. And her village would go toward helping to feed hungry children throughout the world. And then, 1998, God told her to go get some windows and paint on them. And she did.
Yep.
So now she has this little village with dolls and painted windows.
Don't forget the bottles everywhere.
And bottles, yeah.
She's got bottles that make up entire walls.
She makes
she
makes like the bottles for bricks, kind of. Only she doesn't do it the long way. She does it the short way.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go see this.
It's very cool.
It's in
It was one of our diversions, at least. I wanted to go see, and I was like, "Well, this is weird."
Hold on, come visit.
It looked kind of trashy from the outside, but then when you go inside, it's like, "Wow, look at all this stuff."
Or near Holden Beach.
Holden Beach.
Near Holden and Lee. I don't know. It doesn't say. Mary is currently seeking glass bottles of all shapes and sizes, buttons, tiles, and old loose jewels. I'm seeking old loose jewels too. If anybody wants to send me any.
Yeah, there you go. Ooh, they're talking about Andre the Giant. Boy, was he an awesome dude. 550 pounds of solid steel. And 7'8", something just ridiculous. He was a big dude.
He was huge, like a bomb.
He was huge. So yeah, this lady, when I came across this lady this person in Hong Kong that did that, it reminded me of the place we went to because everything was painted and everything was either had a painting or a decoration or a bottle through a wall or whatever.
She was there.
She was there. We talked to her for a good
She's there
time.
every day. You can buy her stuff if you want, but you can't do it online.
I think she lives there.
She lives in a house next door, I think.
Yeah. Alrighty, next story. Milton Keyes, this is in England. Couple Ron and Joyce Bond celebrated their 81st wedding anniversary.
Yeah?
81 years married.
Lucky them.
How cute is that?
Ha. Can they stand up?
Yeah, they're both standing up with their walkers.
Cool.
They are thought to be the United Kingdom's longest married couple.
Well,
Probably ever.
Probably.
He's 102 and she's 100.
Wow.
How cool is that? There's a picture of him kissing her in 1941. How awesome is that? They married in January 1941, apparently when he was going off to the military, because he's in military garb.
Queen Elizabeth was married for 73 years.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You and I won't make those numbers.
Nuh-uh.
We started too late.
Uh-huh.
But isn't that cool? But Elizabeth did send them a greeting on their anniversary. She said, "How wonderful to learn of your 80th," well, that was last year, 80th wedding anniversary on January 4th, 2021.
Nice.
I do hope you enjoy this marvelous occasion. Yes?
Then was that in there, or are you just saying that?
No, there's actually
You
a card.
switched in the middle!
I know. Oh, I should have done the whole thing in her voice. I didn't until then. I'm too busy reading to think about all that stuff, you know? Anyway, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's funny. The Queen stationery actually has a recycling mark in the middle.
Does it?
Recycle this when you're done, please.
Cool.
Who's going to recycle something the Queen of England sends them?
I don't know.
I wouldn't. Criminy, the Queen of England.
Maybe she just wants you to recycle the envelope.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. Daryl said he knew a Catholic priest that had pots and pans hanging on trees and bottles,
Weird.
stacked neatly neatly stacked everywhere. See, there's that note from the Queen on
Yeah,
the screen.
see that.
Isn't that cool?
Uh-huh.
81 years is a long time.
Yep. It is.
Huh. Well, when you think about it, though, she was 19 and he was already 21.
Yeah.
So they weren't even married that young. They're just
pretty young.
They're just old as crap.
Yeah, that too.
Cool. Hey, Gersh,
Yeah, man.
you want to do your 3 questions?
Sure.
Cool. Let's play a game.
I love the way you
Do you have game show music and stuff?
That's what we did yesterday. We watched stupid game
That was
shows.
fun.
There's some stupid game shows on.
We never do that. That was a lot of fun.
There are some dumb ones on, though.
Yeah, when there's absolutely nothing on TV, you can always go to the Game Show Network.
How dumb
Yeah.
is it? Yep.
You can watch washed-up celebrities be game show hosts.
That's what it was.
You guys
Like
ready?
the guy from NSYNC.
Yep.
Yep.
Number 1, who am I? Number 2, where am I? That is, what is this place that's called physicality? Where am I? What is this? Number 3, why am I where I am? Why am I here? And
Those are 3 questions. Alrighty, welcome to 3 non-political questions with Chuck and Lisa. We're going to see what they think. Again, Chuck and Lisa don't know what the questions are, so
Nope.
it's right off the cuff here. All right, so question numero uno. And that was Spanish. You want me to translate it? I can do that. But all right. So
bother.
Pre-2000. That means
Okay.
before, for those people listening. Before 2000, what was your favorite car? Did necessarily, let's just say your favorite or the best car manufactured pre-2000. You didn't have to own it, but you just think it was the best car.
1964 and a half Mustang, non-fastback, because they didn't have fastbacks.
You like it? Yes, they did.
In 1964,
65.
I said 1964 and a half.
All right.
They didn't.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
I'm
done.
good.
I'm done. It's the same favorite car I have now.
Yeah. Pre-2000. Coolest car on earth that I'd want to have?
It could be you think it's the best car made, or your favorite car, even though you didn't have one.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
You're asking a... Alright, the Batmobile.
Well, that's
the
a great
TV
answer.
show version of the Batmobile.
That's a great
I mean, but
answer.
then or you could basically say almost any hot rod from 1970.
Yeah, but that's why the question has the word one. What that bet?
I know. Can I just say 1970?
One.
No,
No.
no.
That's not fair.
He can't.
That's so hard.
He can't.
I'll stick with what I said, but
Yeah, you got to come up with one, Chuck. What would be your favorite of all those cars?
What if all the other cars?
All right,
What if all the other cars in the world were going to get smushed and you could save one of them?
The Tony Nelson car. The 1967 GTO convertible.
Apparently, he had more than one
Seabird
car.
Blue.
He had more than one car in that show.
Nice.
They said.
Yes, he had a new one every year, but his 1967 was the prettiest one I ever saw.
Cool.
He had a GTO every year. Pontiac always gave him one.
Great answer. All right, yeah,
Thank you
my answer would be the DeLorean. I love the DeLorean.
Those are.
For the time,
Really?
it was such a
It was so
futuristic car.
different.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
You know, the way the
Don't
doors
look under the
opened,
hood.
the way the doors open, and you know, just the way it looked was just so different. I wanted one of those. I had a friend who had one. I was so jealous, man. I just wanted that car so bad. All right,
You know
great
what's funny
answers.
though? Oh, by the way, before we leave that, you know, I worked for a Jeep Eagle dealership back in the day then. And the Eagle Premier had the same engine that your DeLorean has in it.
Oh yeah, well,
And it's the same as the Peugeot and a couple other European cars.
Right.
Horrible engine.
yeah.
Anyway.
It's the same as a Porsche 911. I mean, it had a Volkswagen engine, and I think it was a piece of junk.
Okay.
The
Not
car,
quite the same thing, but
the car looked great, but the engine was not good.
if you're talking about a 914, then yeah, I agree. 911's nah.
I used to like those.
Yeah.
I
All right,
like
so
I like the 924s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Same question with a different slant. What was your
Okay.
the favorite pre-2000 car that you actually owned?
None of them.
All right. Now we have to flip a coin again.
Because I never had any cool cars. So. Does
Doesn't
one
necessarily have to be a cool car.
was it in
Why
my
don't you-
was it if my ex-husband owned it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a-
The 1986, I think, Mazda RX-7.
Pretty cool
Oh,
car.
yeah, it's a
And
nice
it was
car,
like
yeah.
that. It was like that weird, like medium blue, glittery kind of color.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an expensive car, but
I'm going to let you guys decide out there between my first two cars which one you think is the coolest. My first car was a 1972 Ford Mustang Mach 1.
it's a fastback.
It was a fastback. It was in dark Forest Green. And then my second car was a 1971 Pontiac Formula 350, which was a lesser known version.
I don't know what that is.
It was just basically a Formula. It was white. And either one of those cars, I couldn't afford to buy either one of them now at the auction.
Yeah.
They're both $50,000 at least cars.
Isn't that weird though? Yeah, absolutely.
So you'd have to toss a coin for
What
me
year?
on that one.
1971.
What, mine? 71 Firebird, yeah.
So for a previous question, I want to say
I
I
don't
think
care.
already said 1970 Stingray. That's also a
Nice.
really nice car.
Very nice. Yep.
Yeah.
Daryl said 1970 Mustang Mach 1,
Very nice.
So it's
Daryl
tied.
also says General Lee.
the General Lee car.
No, that's
There's
a 68 Charger.
There's a guy around here that
Nice.
has a brand new Charger, but it's painted like General Lee.
That's cool. Think already, then add. You go ahead and say that one. That's hilarious. One that he owned.
Oh yeah, the Pinto. I'm glad you survived that thing.
You know what that thing was called?
Those
It was
things are-
called the cruise. It was called the cruising wagon. I remember going to the Ford dealership on St. Croix in 1976 or 7 when it came out. And it was kind of cool looking, but it was a Pinto. But at that time, we didn't know Pinto sucked as bad as Pinto sucked.
It was a rolling death machine, is what those things were.
Yeah. The station wagon wasn't as bad, but the short car was definitely.
Yeah, mine is well, if you're going straight car, it would be my 1975 Beetle, orange Beetle. Love that car to death.
Beetles.
That was such a fantastic car. But my favorite car wasn't a car; it was a truck. And
Okay, that's loud.
1969 Dodge Camper Special.
Oh, neat.
Oh, cool.
That thing, man, I beat that truck to death, and it kept going. And it was
That's awesome.
it was such a piece of crap that I used to go into like a parking lot or a mall and park my truck, and because the driver door wouldn't open, I had to climb out the passenger seat, and so I'd park it like literally half an inch away from the car, next to me, so they couldn't open their door, and I'd climb out, the other side of the car, climb out the window or something like that.
That's
But yeah,
funny.
man, love that truck. It was fantastic. It was such a blast to run. Got
That's
like 5 miles to the gallon, but
Yeah.
it was still fun.
I had a couple of vehicles like that too.
Back then, though, you could afford you could put gas in it, so
Yeah.
it wasn't that big of a deal. So I loved it.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's cool.
All right, good. We got anything from our audience?
No. Did you do all three, or is that two?
Was
That's
two.
just two. But I
All
want to
right,
make sure.
one more to go.
I hate louvers on the back of any car, by the way. Sorry, think already.
Hey, what?
Louvers on the back of
Remember
cars.
us just talking about those Pinto cruising wagons a while ago?
No.
I was. She really doesn't listen when I talk to her.
All right, so Chuck almost spoiled question number 3 earlier.
Alrighty.
But he went away from it before I could yell at him. Pre-70s, what was your favorite TV car? Didn't necessarily have to exist. It was on TV. I
The
think
Flintstones.
I think Chuck.
There you go.
I think Chuck already mentioned his, but we'll give him a chance to think about it.
Well, I mentioned two then.
The Flintstones.
Besides, besides Tony Nelson's car, also the Batmobile.
What about that car they had in the Munsters?
That was cool. That was another one of Barris's designs. He was an amazing
The
designer.
Monsters car, that was fabulous. That was a great
Oh
car.
yeah.
Lisa?
Yep.
The Flintstones.
The Flintstones.
Yeah.
You want to use your feet to ride your car?
Yeah.
Did you guys see they actually recreated an actual Flintstones
Oh,
mobile?
what's that show that you...
The Mysteries show. No,
it's the one that you could do things.
oh yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I forget the name of it. It's the girl with all the tattoos on a motor truck. But anyway, they created one of those, and you couldn't move it as a human.
No,
No,
because
there's no way.
the wheels weren't too...
Not if it was real.
Try rolling a stone wheel.
Right?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Didn't
Try
move very
picking up a
fast.
stone wheel. Forget about moving
Right.
it. That's funny.
Exactly.
All right, well, that's good answers. I like the General Lee, which was mentioned earlier as well, but I think the car that I love the best out of the TV stuff, I love the Batmobile. The TV Batmobile, Chuck, is better than anything they've done in the movie.
Oh yeah.
But my favorite was Kit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was creepy.
The Firebird.
That was creepy.
Yeah, I wanted that. But I wanted it with all the features in it. I wanted the Kit thing that on the front, and all the
And talking and all that.
talking and the missile launchers. Yeah, I wanted that. That was the car that I wanted. was Kit.
Well, if you're going to have missile launchers and stuff, then you've got to talk about the DB5 from James Bond.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
James
right.
Bond had the coolest cars, that's for sure.
I mean, that first one, though, it was just something else.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I think they're all good. I love James Bond's cars. They were all pretty cool.
Well, I'm not a big fan of the one that became a submarine. That was a little weird.
Well,
Yeah.
The TR-8, I think it was, they used. The Triumph. That was
I didn't watch
odd.
any James
Really
Bond
interesting.
movies.
all right, well, that's
Very
it
odd.
for 3 non-political questions. You guys, we got anybody out there in the audience wanted to add anything?
I think the shot.
Geostorm?
Oh, if he's talking about the shot with Mrs. Robinson, that's an Alfa Romeo Spider. That's a cool little car. Hard to keep running, but it's cute, cool little car.
I had 2 minivans. They were the most horrible minivans ever made. The Dodge Caravan.
Oh, we had a Dodge Caravan, and we loved it, man. That car was fantastic.
But did you have the first generation, or did you have one after 1990?
Yeah, the graduate.
Yeah, it was 94.
See, I had the bad ones. The ones that had bad transmissions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was
the
94.
25-cent part.
Yeah.
The worst one we had was the I don't even remember what the name of it was, but it was the Chevy version of
Astrovan? No.
Astrovan. Yes.
My mother had one of those, and she gave it to me, and my kids wouldn't even ride in it.
Oh, that car was a piece of POS.
And it was ugly.
I had a really nice Astrovan. It's funny you said that, because I had one of the two-tone silver and blue ones with the fancy seats and all that stuff. It was quite comfy.
Did you pick up a lot of chicks?
Front and rear air conditioning in it and all that.
Did you pick up a lot of chicks in that, Chucky?
I don't think I was trying at that point.
You'd given up because you had a minivan.
Yeah, ours, man. The transmission fell out of that car. It was only like a year and a half old.
Oh yeah.
It was horrible. I hated that car.
And that never happens. That's what they say. Mine fell out when it was like 40,000 miles. That never happens. No, actually, it happens to every Dodge Caravan, apparently.
It didn't. Ours, we actually kind of abused our Caravan because we were doing color guard, and we would have to transport our floor, which weighed 500 pounds.
Oh, geez.
From one building to another to practice, right? And we just throw it in the Caravan, and eventually, I mean, the shocks were shot, and pretty much everything went on that. But that was like after 10 years, though. We did that for almost 10 years.
Well, that's pretty good. So, let's see. Let's go do another story.
Okay.
In Plainville, New York,
Everything's plain.
a Shih Tzu was walking with his owner when he suddenly broke away to chase some geese on the frozen Seneca River in Lysander.
Uh-huh.
So the Plainville police got a call about a trapped pup. Turns out what the puppy had done is when he ran out on the ice chasing after the geese,
Uh-huh.
the leash got stuck in the ice.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. So guess who had to come out and fix him? Or get him?
The geese.
Or the Plainville Fire Department.
Oh, okay.
So they put on their rescue suits, and it was cold, of course.
Yeah.
So the guy had to crawl across the ice to...
Well, what did they have on before? They came out there.
well, probably something to chill out in the firehouse.
They don't get dressed to go on runs?
Not until they need to.
So they were naked?
I'm not saying they were running around naked in the firehouse.
They might be. You see all those calendars with those guys who don't have any shirts on?
You think they run around the firehouse like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, that and their Speedos, right?
Lisa was hoping.
Well, they make those calendars.
So anyway, they went out in the ice, found the pup, brought the pup in, and it was all happily ever after.
Speaking of
Cool.
geese, I read an article just today that solved the mystery. You know how geese fly in a V, but there's always one side is always longer than the other side?
Yep.
Yeah. They solved the mystery. You want to know why they do that?
Why?
Because there's more geese on one side than the other.
That's a dad joke.
Oh, God. Groan.
That's a dad joke. Chuck was,
Moving right along.
Chuck was telling me dad jokes yesterday.
I like telling dad jokes. Dad jokes really do have a place in the world.
You can tell them to your grandkids because they never heard them.
Right. And you can tell like 100-year-old jokes that were cute as a kid to you, and it's cute for every generation because they're kids.
My daughter has an amazing sense of humor, and I love it. Growing up, she got all these jokes that most kids her age didn't get. And I tell her son these dad jokes, and he just looks at me and rolls his eyes. He's like, no idea what I'm talking about.
Do you remember the elephant jokes? And they were just so dumb they made no sense.
Yeah. And all the Pollock jokes too.
Yeah, they were all about the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. A cute little story about a cat reunited with family after it got stuck in an armchair they donated to the thrift store.
Poor kitty.
I know. The cat was having to clear out old furniture, preparing to move out of their home. They donated an old recliner to a local charity, but little do they know that ginger cat Montecilla, I don't know. I think that's misspelled. Had tucked himself away in the mechanism. You know those mechanisms where they recline? Good thing nobody reclined. Employees from the shop discovered him meowing and called the animal shelter to pick him up on Christmas Eve. Officers scanned her, but unfortunately the microchip hadn't been updated.
What?
So they kept the cat at the shop, hoping that the person would return. Fortunately, the family quickly noticed their kitty was missing and called the store to see if he'd hitched a ride in the armchair. Apparently he'd done that before.
Well, why didn't they check then?
I don't know. A few years later, grumpy Montecula was...
Because nobody can say his name, that's why he's grumpy.
The owners were crying with joy when they had their cat returned, and there's a picture of the lady squishing him. He's a big boy.
Yeah, Chuck, it was a accident. And
yeah.
You can't see it out there. I'm doing air quotes around accident. So.
I see you.
You want to hear an elephant joke?
Sure.
It's a long one.
Mm-hmm.
How do you shoot a blue elephant?
With a blue gun?
Yep. How do you shoot a yellow elephant?
With a yellow gun.
You ever seen a yellow elephant? How do you shoot a red elephant?
Never seen a red elephant.
You hold its trunk until he turns blue, and then you shoot him with the blue elephant gun. There's one more. How do you shoot a purple elephant?
I got nothing.
Paint him red. Hold his trunk shut till he turns blue, and then shoot him with the blue elephant gun.
That's like
That's just not right.
I like the Pollock jokes. I love those jokes. It's like
they make no sense.
Did you hear about the Pollock that locked his keys in the car? Yeah, no. It took him 2 hours to get his kids and his wife out.
That's like that the girl that called Blonde Star.
Yeah.
Like, I'm stuck in my car and I can't get out.
Oh God.
Blonde Star.
That's something that has never.
You like that?
Yeah. Let's see. I'm running out of time.
What do elephants have that nobody else has?
What?
Baby elephants. These never remember why they were so stupid.
Chuck is losing control of the show again.
Alright, bird watchers flock to see a rare 8-foot raptor after a huge Russian eagle takes detour into Maine. Never seen one there before.
That's a big detour.
8-foot wingspan. This
They could get a kid.
Well, if it's got an 8-foot wingspan, it could fly the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets caught in the breeze and it ends up in Australia.
Probably how it ended up here. So 5 days before Christmas, one of them flew into Boothbay Harbor. And people from everywhere are coming to see it because, of course, you never see one here.
Nope.
Can you imagine that?
What do they eat? 8-foot mice?
Anything it wants. Don't
Yeah.
get your kid near it.
Wow. That would hurt if it bit you.
And the most determining, what it looks like the most is this huge yellow beak.
Maybe it's a yellow elephant.
Looks Jewish.
You're a yellow elephant.
That's a yellow elephant
It looks Jewish
With
with that
wings.
beak.
with wings.
Henderson, Tennessee. A New York woman devastated after her Old English. Well, apparently the store. Never mind. A New York woman devastated after her Old English bulldog named Azura Diamante. Some of these dogs' names went missing 5 years ago. Is now reunited 1,000 miles away. I was just freaking out. The dog owner said I didn't know what to think. Costa is a New York native. 5 years ago, she went through life-changing surgery. Soon after, her bulldog went missing. My dad was watching her while I was in the hospital, but when I came home there, her and my other dog, Bruno, they were there with me. About a month or two after my surgery, she went missing. So she spent hours, days, months tracking the dog. And she said 2016 and 17 were the hardest years of her life. By that time, you're probably like, I'm never going to see my dog again.
Why does this person even have a mask on?
No.
That's not how they work.
Right. She assumed, of course, that the dog, somebody had taken the dog and had no plans of returning her. She was microchipped and had a tag. It wasn't until last Tuesday when she got an unexpected message. She was sitting in her barbershop chair getting a haircut, saw an email. I just started crying. He had to stop me and hand me a tissue. He had me wait to cut my hair, she said. As soon as she received the message from the Henderson, Tennessee Animal Department, she packed up her car and made the 16-hour trip from New York to Tennessee.
Wow.
But she scared a lot of people on the way.
No doubt. Oh.
What?
So I think that's awesome.
It is.
Says it's going to take her to get a bath, and then she's going to take her to dinner.
Cute.
That's pretty far out.
I like
That would
it.
suck to have your dog stolen. Lisa knows that.
Yeah.
And that's how we ended up getting Shelby, because that pain never goes away, does it? You know? You always long for the pet you lost.
Yeah.
In NASCAR news, there isn't a whole lot of anything, and I thought the biggest news was that Sugar Lands and Dale Earnhardt Jr. and wife Amy announced launch of High Rock Vodka.
Yeah, I saw that. They also made some orange cream, like creamsicle flavored alcohol.
Yeah. So it's beginning with a base of 100% corn and crisp, clean water from the Rocky Mountains. High Rock Vodka is distilled
Isn't that
7
moonshine?
times. Sounds like it.
Corn and water? That's moonshine.
Yeah. Hi, puppy.
Hi, doggy.
Chief.
He is not happy for some reason.
You should come hang out with us.
Dude, can you guys wait for that race inside the Coliseum?
Oh, that's going to be cool.
Oh, okay, so we don't watch football, right? But I was on Twitter yesterday. Not yesterday, because there was no football yesterday. Sunday, and all these people were like, dude, NASCAR's having a race inside the Coliseum? How retarded is that? And are like, oh, this is going to be awesome. There's going to be wrecks all over the place. How can they do that? How can they fit it in there? And like, people they're either like, they're just totally amazed.
Yeah.
One way or the other. And they're upset that Ice Cube is going to be doing their halftime concert.
I didn't watch it anyway.
And did you know that there's no pit road?
I was going to just mention that.
Yeah, there can't be.
I'll tell you that.
They
There
can't.
can't be.
Yeah,
There's no space for it. That's gonna be worse than these freaking quarter-mile freaking tracks that they run in now.
it is a quarter-mile
It is a
track.
quarter-mile
It's
track.
gonna be worse though because at least the quarter-mile trucks have banking and they have
Yeah.
And they have pit roads.
they have a turn and a pit road. This thing is
What's
just
the
gonna
name of the one
be.
up the street?
Bowman Gray.
Bowman Gray. What they do is they go out turn 3 and come in turn 1.
It's
It
kind of
goes
like
around the outside of the track
Yeah.
is where the
You can't
it's
do
kind of
both.
like football players running through the tunnel and then coming back in the
that
other
would be
tunnel,
so cool.
right?
They could use the football tunnel.
Yeah, that would be funny. But they
I
won't let
love when
them.
they set the Coliseum up for dirt track racing because they use the steps up to the flame as part of the course.
Right.
That's pretty fun. I watch that all the time. But yeah, I don't know. This race is going to be interesting. I can't see how they're going to fit a full
No, I can't
set of
either.
cars.
Well, it's going to be in heats, I think.
Huh.
So maybe they're not going to do them all at the same time because it's not that doesn't count for anything.
Right.
And what
Yeah, I
happened?
think
in,
they are going to be heats.
What happened in this year's Chili Bowl?
Chase Elliott flipped over.
What was his name that won?
Starts with a T. You watched it. Did you watch it?
Gosh, you watched it, right?
I did not watch the finals. No, I watched some of the
Okay.
prelims.
Tanner Thorson.
Thorson. So Christopher Bell lost once again.
He's won 3 times before.
And there was a girl in the finals. In the final A main race
Oh yeah,
for the first time ever.
that's cool.
Yep.
Ricky Abreu finished 3rd. Buddy Koford and Tanner Carrot completed the top 5. That's cool. Doesn't mention her in that.
Tanner
article.
Thorson looks like a leprechaun.
He's a leprechaun.
He does look like a
You
leprechaun.
know what he's going to be doing next?
What?
Then?
Lottery
He'll be
commercials.
selling lottery tickets.
Yeah.
You seen that one?
I think that's for North Carolina.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, I think it's funny. Let's see. Dersh, would you please put up the link for the Chuck, the right side of politics with us
Do I have to?
for 8:30? If you would do that, I will tell people that if you do want to hear some politics, Dersh and I do it at 8:30. And he's going to put up the links for you. You have a choice of places to go for that show. And it's,
Newman was in the Chili Bowl too.
oh yeah, Newman was in it. And Newman does not have a ride for next year at all and doesn't seem to care.
That's a shame.
You know what? After that wreck the year before, could you really blame him if you just said, you know what, that's enough?
Well, I mean, a dude could literally write his own ticket in designing cars in the first place.
Yeah.
So
I think he should be working for NASCAR. I've said this to Lisa. He should be working in safety for NASCAR. I mean, he came up with 2 of the design of bars for the last car. And probably had influence on this version. Iana?
yeah.
Yep.
Well, Dershey's... Well, where is that link? Did you get it yet?
Working on it.
He's working on it.
Alright, I gotta go.
All right, well, Lisa's got to
The
go.
wee chat room.
Lisa has to do her hourly trip.
My
to the
hourly
beach.
pee. My hourly pee.
You drink a lot of water.
I drank so much water at work today. We have 5 bathrooms.
Maybe you shouldn't do that nights that we have the show.
Yeah, well, I forgot.
Bye, Lisa. I love you.
Bye!
I love you.
I love you. Shut up.
We will be back next week. There's not a link for the Rumble one.
Here, take your thingy. No, your
My what?
take your.
Oh, my microphone.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll be back.
All right, sweetie. So anyway, we'll be back at 8:30 for the right side of politics with me and Dersh.
And
then we will do
amazingly,
this
we
again.
weren't booted from YouTube.
Amazingly. Good night. There's the link for Rumble. And then if you would get the link for, what's the other one?
Here's YouTube.
Okay, YouTube. And click on one of those, and there's also Gab, right? No,
Cloud
not
Hub.
Gab.
Cloud.
Hub.
Cloud Hub's coming.
So pick one of those, and then we will see you guys back at 8:30. It's always fun to see you guys. I hope you enjoy this show. We don't do any politics on the Chuck and Lisa show, and it's just an hour of good fun. Thank you guys all for watching us. We appreciate it, don't we, Durst?
Always. Always. We love our people out there, so. All right.
We will see you guys shortly.
Yep.
See you on the same bat time, same bat channel. Good night.